So like I said, you both did end up matching on the show.
Oh, she looks way different with her hair down like that.
Since then, have you gone on any dates? Have you continued speaking, meeting up? How has it been going for the both of you?
Andre, would you like to answer? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure. So after the show, we went out for a drink at a
BM, I'm with you. I'm scheduled. If I'm on here, I'm scheduling a date right after the show's over. Hey, what you doing in the next few days?
bar, and it was going well. We was communicating, establishing things that we have in common. Got deep at points. We was talking about each other's family. I know she's got a close relationship with her brother. And yeah, it was a good end to the day, end to the evening. The day after that, communication did drop. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's because we was both quite busy. I know I was busy with work, and yeah, so we weren't really
We're all busy
talking as
okay.
much.
Okay.
I did text her and said, let's have a conversation, a phone call the next day. So we had a phone call the second day. So this is probably about 48 hours after the show. We had a phone call, and again we were just talking about general stuff, like trying to communicate, trying to see if there was anything we had in common, to see if there was a connection there. I noticed that she did get a bit tense at times with the conversation.
Okay.
And I do believe it was probably because of when I asked her the question of, if you had the opportunity, would you go back on the show again? And she got a bit quiet at one point, and I was asking like, what's wrong? What's happening?
She entertained going back on the show as if you were not the. Oh my God! All right.
She did address it. Fair play to her.
Okay.
And she was just like, why would you be negative already? Why would you say something like that? But it was just a general question. It wasn't anything, to be like, hey, I don't like you, I'm not interested. And I do feel like she felt like I wasn't interested as well.
Okay, all right, that's a fair point. She's sounding like, why would you even ask that? Why would you even think to like, what do you think I'm thinking right now? Like, am I doing something wrong, or are you thinking something? Do you not like me? Okay, I get it.
Like the overall feeling. But yeah, so after that, the day after that, I text her good morning, and there was one tick. So I was like, at first I was like, okay, cool.
Did it say delivered?
Maybe her phone's still on do not disturb mode or something. So I let it slide. And then as the day went on, still no reply back.
Don't worry about it.
So then
You're
I started
busy.
checking socials. I checked Insta, I checked TikTok.
Man. Yo, give it 48 hours. Just give it 48 hours. Just be patient. Don't.
I had an Insta, I had a TikTok, and I saw I was blocked on those. So I was
you're blocked.
Blocked.
Yeah, I was blocked. She blocked me.
Okay.
So I was like, whoa, okay. I was a bit confused more than anything. So I was like,
BM, I feel your frustrations.
why would I be blocked? Because usually you associate people that get blocked. If they're getting harassed, or
BM.
if it's like a toxic ex that you just broke up with, or like a scammer or something like that, you block people like that, but not someone after 48 hours, like just after a phone call. So I was a bit confused by that. And I feel like she could have communicated, instead of blocking me, you could have just communicated and said, hey, blah, 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 Andre, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, whatever you said, instead of just avoiding the whole thing. So yeah, and what was funny, what was really more disappointing, because I was kind of disappointed at the fact that obviously on the show she mentioned about having good communication and handling conflict, and I don't feel like she handled it the right way, to be honest. But yeah, that was it. That was completely it. I was just blocked and ghosted. That was it.
Okay, well, let's give Kat an opportunity as well to say her side of the story and how she's seen it all unfold.
Please.
So yeah, Kat, if you just want to take it away, just let us know, you went on a date, what vibe did you pick up?
Kat, why'd you block him after that one question? Like, he just wanted insurance.
and take us up until the point where you blocked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he leave out?
You appear to have some insight as to why you were blocked. So we did go out for a drink after the show, and actually he did ask me immediately after the show whether I would go back on. So he asked me that one time, and I quickly brushed it off because I just wanted to enjoy the evening. Then on the Sunday, the second day, you were at a Christmas market with your brother, you said, so there wasn't much communication. Then on the Monday, we had the phone conversation after.
Now, real quick, I wouldn't even ask that question about the show, like, at all. Like, that wouldn't even come to my mind.
Work. And he asked for the second time if I would go back onto the show. And as you said, Andre, there was a silence. I was really taken back by you saying that. And I asked if you would go on it. And you said, yeah, now that I've got the confidence, I would go back on it. And I asked, well...
So you asked her twice. It wasn't one time. You asked her twice. And then you said you would go back. Okay, here we go. All right.
Would you say such a thing? And you said, well, if things didn't work out between us both, that's what I would do. And to me, it just gave a really bad feeling. And it's not how I want to start something new and fresh. And, I really meant what I said on the show about protecting my peace. And if anything doesn't align with me, I am gone. And I don't owe an explanation to anyone, especially if I've just met you 48 hours prior. And that wasn't the only thing you said. So there was a bit of a pause in the phone conversation. And I noticed a change of energy, because on the show, he was given high energy. We aligned on some things. I liked what you said about, your hobbies and your interests. But on the phone, it was a different kind of energy. So I asked, what caused the shift? And he said, I'm nonchalant until I like someone. So to me, that tells me that you don't like me.
So how was he actually acting the whole time y'all were hanging out 48 hours? I mean, if we don't work out, I would go back on the show. If we don't work out, okay. But if you add in what kind of energy he had when he was saying that in the tone of voice, maybe that's going along with how she looked at things. Because we don't know how it was said. The energy he's giving off is, I guess, it would be nonchalant. Like, you don't have any feelings towards me. Like, you're not really acting any way towards me that I can feel like you even like me. It seems like you don't even like me, and you brought up the show twice. So I think that's where she's coming from.
And I don't know what you were expecting. Were you expecting for me to sit and stand, sit around and wait for you to become chalant? I'm someone that has worked very, very hard on my piece. And, I love my life. I've got good people in my life. I've got hobbies. I've got a stable job. I drive a car. I've built up such a good life for myself. I don't see why I should make space for someone who's nonchalant. So for me, to protect my peace, I just had to remove myself and block him. And to you, that may come across as someone who can't communicate, but you should be fully aware of what you said, and should know the impact that would have on me, because it didn't make me feel good. It really didn't. And I'm someone who values intentional behavior. And by you saying that, it's not given intentional at all. There's only space for intentional people in my life. And I just felt like we weren't aligned.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Oh boy, here we go.
Andre, so you didn't ask that question once, but you asked it twice. You asked it twice, right? I want to know, Andre. Right? I want to know when you're coming on the show, did you think that you're coming on to appear on a YouTube show, or you're coming to find love?
Coming to find love.
So when you asked her that question, what was your intentions for asking that question at that time?
Like I said, I wouldn't even ask that in the first place. That would never even come to mind.
What was you trying to get? What did you want her? What were you trying to find out?
Because I feel like we just literally, our emotions just straight after the show was all over the place. Like, we just been on Pop the Balloon, one of the biggest dating shows on YouTube. So the emotions, loads of things were going through our head at the time. And that was mainly the most...
Hold on, let me look up something real quick.
Like, the thing that we was talking about was the show that we was just part of. So yeah, I might have just asked that question, like, hey, like, after you've just experienced this, would you do it again? Just as a general question. I didn't mean it in any way to make it seem like I wasn't being serious about her or anything. You have to remember that it's only 48 hours after the show as well when I asked her again. Like, still literally just going through the emotions already from the show. So I understand that she's intentional. I am very intentional as well. I'm looking for a partner. I'm serious about that. So, for her to say that I'm not intentional or anything like that is completely wrong. But yeah, like I just said,
So what I'm guessing is like Andre meant it in a way like, would you ever do this whole experience ever again? You know, the fact that we all came on brave enough to actually come on a show like this, would you be willing to come on again after experiencing what you've experienced? I don't think he meant it in a way to say that he's not interested in you, but I still see how that also sounds like, do you even care about the person that you match with for you to say, would you do this again? Like it's just a game, like you can come on again. Like,
so Pop the Balloon is currently supposedly the biggest dating show, Arlette's version of it, right? But then it's a show called Sidemen Tinder, which is apparently supposedly bigger. I've never heard of that before. Never.
But Kat, do you feel like you was patient enough? Do you feel like you gave him some time?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was him saying he would go on it again if we didn't work out. And it's just bringing bad vibes to something that's meant to be new and fresh, because I was so excited having matched him, so excited that I couldn't even eat when we went out. You know, I was just on like some sort of adrenaline, and it just brought the mood back down. And I really pay attention to how words make me feel. And I just didn't like it. I didn't.
Did you communicate this with him?
I didn't need to. I just felt like it was so early on, and especially with what he said about, I'm nonchalant until I like someone. I just thought, why do I owe him anything if this is who he is? You know, a nonchalant person. I really don't want to have to explain myself to a nonchalant person, if that's how you describe yourself, because I'm very chalant, you know, but I won't
I actually don't remember.
Well, here's the thing. That's a kind of a fault too, that some people, there was a girl actually on Pop the Balloon. It was a video. I think I might have dropped it. I think it was either yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever. There was a girl on there that said one of her things that she does is detach, like she did, which is if one thing is said wrong or whatever, like some of those people, they're quick to detach. They just drop off the face of the earth and they just disavow from you. Even though, let's say if somebody is getting a whiff of the situation, let's say you and this other person were in, they're talking to her or they're talking to you, and you say what was said, exactly what happened in the situation, they'll be like, she just ghosted you for that? Okay. And then they're going to look at her like she has problems. And then she's explaining herself now, like, this is just what I do. Like, I don't feel like if somebody does this thing, they don't need an explanation. Somebody steps even a little bit of inch over the red line, they don't need an explanation. I'm just going out their life. That's a problem too. You know what I mean? But hey, if it makes her feel better, that's how she want to handle situations in her life. Well, I don't know. But sometimes in order to make a situation work, you kind of got to get over that. If that is a hump that is viewed, if that's the way you operate and that's viewed as a hump, you might have to get over that hump. That might be a problem. That might be. And then people go, oh, why are you single? That might be a thing. Sometimes some people might need an explanation. Like, you know what? This person is worth talking to. I'm going to go back and explain myself to and do something different for once, other than just ghosting people.
Being nonchalant, to be honest.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that. But
unless she's traumatized by a situation from somebody before that acted nonchalant, and she's so afraid of somebody acting like that and she don't want to deal with that, well, then that's something too. You know, her piece, and she's built her life, and hey.
Just say that I apologize. But what you do have to remember is that, like, it's so new, like, just literally days after the show. You know, it's not that deep yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, give it.
So this all happened within the week of the show. Like, within 7 days of filming the show, all this happened.
Time to let it grow. I feel like you didn't give it a chance. You know, you just blocked and you just completely avoided it. I feel like what you should have done, okay, cool, he said that. Okay, let me step back. Let me have time to think about it. If he carries on, if he's saying these things again, like continuing to say, oh, you know, would you go on the show again, not showing any interest, then cool. I understand that, but you didn't give it a chance. So I feel like, yeah. But I'm definitely not.
Can I also ask as well, Kat, did he show interest in you when you went out on your date?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. That good question, BM, because remember earlier I was like, maybe she felt that he didn't like her. I'm like, what was the feeling like? Was he giving off that energy?
So I quickly received some information actually about Andre, which told me that he wasn't fully available at the time of filming the show.
Here we go.
And I also received information by Instagram DM.
Jesus.
I don't know how true it is, but I've heard from 2 people now that Dre is in a romantic relationship.
This is the same thing in America. UK people, men and women, do not talk about America. People do this. American men, American women. This is the same thing that happens on the show over here. Ask T. Pendel when he gets DMs, because he's one of the most famous people that watch the. He gets DMs. Oh, this person's still messing with their ex, and this person's still over their baby mama house. This person actually has a girlfriend. She's still married. This happens the same thing. There was one girl where she was still getting taken care of by a guy that was apparently married, and he was like a sugar. It's the same shit. All right.
He's seeing someone, and that this happened whilst the show was ongoing. So I guess things are adding up to me. And it reaffirms my decision of just blocking him, because I don't know why someone would DM me just last week stating that, you know, Dre was seeing someone at the time of filming and he's now taking them seriously. So I think my instinct tells me that I did the right thing. Yeah.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, go ahead, Andre.
So, yeah, that is completely false. What people need to realize is that from the time I made the application for the show, which was in October, and we filmed in December. Yeah, so it was about a month and a half. I'm a single man. I'm dating. Yeah. So between that time, from before I even knew I was accepted on the show, yes, I started dating someone. It was very fresh. It was new. We only went on about maybe 2 dates before the filming started. Okay. So there's nothing in the contract. There's nothing said, you know, that we're not allowed to be dating anyone before the show or even after the show.
Technically, yeah. I mean,
we're allowed to do what we want.
He's kind of.
So yeah, I was dating someone. It wasn't serious yet.
Okay.
It wasn't serious. I even told her. I even told the girl I'm going on this Pop the Balloon show, and she was like, "Yeah, cool." So it wasn't anything serious at all. So I wasn't in a relationship before, during, or even after the show. I'm still single now.
So DMs could be from some people trying to sabotage some shit. That's what it seemed like. I mean, there's no rule saying you can't date anybody right before the show. You might meet somebody. You know, love comes from everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's just like they weren't officially girlfriend and boyfriend. They were just dating, maybe messed around. They went on a couple of dates, and he was still going to the show. He wasn't going to pull out. You know what I mean? So I guess he was going to put her as an option, and maybe in her head right now she's thinking, I didn't want to be an option. After that DM, it kind of messed her up. So yeah, somebody sabotaged your game.
So when you came on the show, you was dating this woman.
We went on like 2 dates. It was nothing serious.
But it was nothing serious, her, right? Okay, but you was dating her.
We only went on 2 dates.
I mean, 2 days.
When you guys went out on that night after the show, is this one of the topics that you guys covered in terms of, you know, if you're both actively dating? Because I want to know where, you know, someone would randomly contact Kat.
She's saying
DMs, and
He's
then obviously it's now allegedly, and there's all these moving parts in it now. But is this something that you guys discussed on the date, or like through phone calls that you were dating actively, Andre?
If he's acting nonchalant or whatever, and she feels on the date that she don't like him, I mean, that if she feels on the date that he don't like her, and she gets a DM about another girl, those two things combined is going to throw her off. Like, oh, I'm ghosting him. He got another girl anyway.
Okay, go on, Kat.
Sorry to cut you off, Diamond. Dre actually did mention that he had a Hinge date a couple of weeks before the show, and he said that, you know, he wasn't taking it further and that he weren't interested in the girl. So that's the first that I'm hearing, that they've had a couple of dates and they were dating whilst the show was on. So it kind of contradicts what he said at the date. For me, Dre knows that I've been single for a very long time. So there's no, you know, history with me that he needs to be worried about.
Okay.
I mean,
well, what about now? What y'all doing now?
It's a lot.
Oh my God, she blocked him.
It's sad because a lot of people they liked you guys. They thought, you know, great match. we was excited to hear some good news. You know.
Yeah, I thought Kat came across really well. Like the reason why I picked her, I'll be honest, like the reason why I picked her was I did feel the energy coming from her, because from the show you can even see that I said, you know, like she was giving me the eye contact. You know, she was giving me the energy. I resonated with her answers and her questions. She seemed serious, because that's what I was going for. I want, you know, someone that's intentional like me and serious. So that's why I picked her. But I just feel like, she just didn't give it a chance.
I want to know though, do you guys think that there's space at all to revisit the both of you again at all?
Well, Andre sounds like he's very much out there with all these different people he's dating, whereas me, I'm not available in the way that he is. I was still single.
Yeah, he's still single, bro. He's still single.
I don't believe it. I'm so sorry.
I know. Well, you got that other girl.
Yeah.
Are you and that other girl still on good terms? Y'all ain't had no arguments or fallouts. She didn't block you, but she did.
That's fine.
I just feel like I saw the intentions right away. And, you know, if you're trying to get to know someone, I believe that you should make a good first impression, and you shouldn't really say things that would make me question your character, because you saying you're nonchalant until you like someone, I don't know what you really expected me to do. I'm not going to sit and wait for you to become energetic and chalant. I'm really not going to do that, Andre. So if anything, you know, your choice of words, how you described yourself, really did bring things to an end very quickly. And, you know, you are very articulate in the way how you know, present yourself, and there's good qualities about you. But in terms of what I'm looking for, it's not you, unfortunately.
Can I just sum this up as well? I do think that Kat wanted to feel like she is the one.
Yeah, right? I think so too.
When a woman starts hearing that there's other women, there's other options available, automatically they will shut down. And let's not act as if like men don't feel like that as well. If a man feels like there is other options, they're out of there. They're not going to waste time.
That's true to an extent, because nowadays a lot of men have come to the conclusion, and they're fine with the fact that they say, hey, every woman that we're dating, or ladies, whoever's watching this, we're always going to think there's something. We're not going to act on it like that. Like me, I'm not going to, like, whatever. Y'all always got some dude in the back. Even if y'all don't hit this person up, there's always at least one or two guys in the back lurking. They might be a dude that's married or in another relationship that's lurking. Could be a friend, could be whatever. Like, not even, sometimes a dude is not even lurking. Sometimes you have options in your phone that you know you can hit up. And they don't even be paying you no mind sometimes. They just, oh, my friend does it, or such and such, or a guy I know. We know that there's guys in the back of your head that might be right there, and we just don't know. But we can't just go on every female and just bring that up or pay attention to it. It's going to make us look crazy. Same thing with you guys. When you go, oh, there's always some girls, some guys, always that. I'm fine. Some girls would be like boasting up about themselves, like, oh, he cheated on me? What? With that? What? Oh, my God. There's just there's one light-skinned girl on TikTok that's super popular that literally just exposed her boyfriend for cheating, exposed the girl that she's cheating on him with in his truck. And this girl, everybody's going in on this girl's looks because they're coining the girl as ugly. And they go, how can you cheat on her with that? You know what I mean? So that just goes to show you there's always being, you know, both parties be having options. Women tend to have a lot more options and they have a roster. So us as guys have come to the conclusion, so much has happened over the years, all these TikTok videos and all these rant videos coming out, it's fine. It ain't nothing we can do about it.
So when you're dating someone, you need to understand that they might feel like it's just you and them, just the both of you. As soon as one person feels like, oh, this person says, well, I'm dating, but it's nothing serious. You're basically saying that you're just testing this out. Like, obviously dating is testing out, but if you're trying to test out with so many different people, one person is not going to feel great about it. You know, so you kind of have to start picking who you're taking seriously. Like, if you match with Kat, maybe you should have thought, you know what, I need to make sure that she knows that she is the one. You know, and we're not questioning you not being intentional or anything like that. It's just a matter of fact of like, she was ready. I feel like Kat was ready. She wanted a serious situation here. and you was more like, well, it's nothing serious here. We're just getting to know each other. But I want people to start having in their minds when they come on the show, have the mindset of this person wants, if you match with somebody, this person wants to try with you.
And who DM'd you, homegirl? I want to know, was it a dude or a chick? You don't have to say the name. Because the Hinge girl, my man, we don't know who she is. This relationship is public. And we don't know if a girlfriend, one of her homegirls DM'd her, or some dude DM'd her that was snooping around all in his stuff. Who was the person responsible for doing that? If it was another dude, then it's going to be suspected that it's a dude that we don't know if this person's your family member, or it could be a gay friend or a male friend, whatever. It could be a dude trying to get with you, trying to sabotage, though. I don't know. Who was it? I want to know who it was. Who spilled the tea?
Have people come on the show.
100%.
You know? But saying that, I do. Yeah, but saying that, I do wish Kat, maybe you heard him out, you know, maybe because you blocked him very fast. You know, that was quick. She was like, she does not waste no time. She said, "This red flag, I'm out." You know, sometimes things come out. Yeah, sometimes things come out, you know, how they're not meant to come out. And I think maybe you should have spoke to him just a little bit, just to hear him out. You never know what could have happened. But I mean, I'm happy that you're both still good with each other. And I did hear about group chats from your episode. So
you need to cut that out. The group
I don't know what's going on there,
man.
But
group chats and DMs.
Yeah, guys, you don't need to not get yourselves involved in too much mess from these group chats.
Yeah. Listen, I can't say any more to that. The group chats are messy. It's too much. And it was only 48 hours. I can't believe all of this unraveled within 48
2 days. God dang.
Hours of the both of you meeting. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Listen, it's just really sad that it didn't work out for the both of you. However, I do wish
How you asked that question twice well, fam, you know what? All right, you know what? Let me stop because this is sounding more and more ridiculous, but whatever.
Both the very best in your journey in finding love. However, before we do go, I want to hear from the both of you. Is there anything exciting that you are both working on that we should keep an eye out for?
Work on yourselves. I'm out. Work on yourselves. Both of y'all. Jeez.